Welcome back everyone to Professor Semo. I'm gonna start with the cryptography sessions. So this video is gonna be two parts. The first part is symmetric encryption, and the second one is asymmetric encryption. So let's start with understanding cryptography, then the importance of cryptography, then focusing on symmetric cryptography itself, and looking at some examples about symmetric encryption. So what is cryptography? The art of protecting information by transforming it into an unreadable format. So imagine if I have some type of data. Maybe it's a file, maybe it's an email, maybe it's some text file, maybe it's like some messages, bytes, bits, whatever the type of data. I don't want anyone else to look at this data and understand what it means. I don't want to send this data to someone else and someone else, like me, the sender and the receiver. I don't want anyone else other than me, the sender and the receiver, to understand what data have been sent. And don't want someone else to alter this data and change it. And I don't want my receiver to not notice that this data have been changed. Here comes the art of cryptography. So it will ensure confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and even non-repudiation. So the usage of cryptography isn't like something new. It's been there like since a long time ago. Whenever there is like a message that they wanted to send between each other, they would want to secure it. So one old example is the Caesar cipher. And recently, like around 100 years ago, there is the Enigma machine. And it's still developing. In today's world, in today's digital age, we use cryptography to secure data in our individual devices, enterprise devices, and during communication. Like the SSL, TLS, and web browsing, encryption, and some messaging apps. So why cryptography matters today? It's vital for protecting our personal information and organizational data against cyber threats. Okay. In the future, or in the near future, there is quantum computing. So cryptography is something that's been developing very fast throughout the days and the years, and we will see upcoming revolutionary changes. So what is symmetric cryptography being specific? Symmetric cryptography, or like the difference between symmetric cryptography and asymmetric cryptography, is about the number of keys. Remember this for your exams or for whoever is like listening. If you're like a student and going to a quiz or an exam, main difference is the number of keys. So when we are talking about symmetric cryptography, we just use one key, and this key can be used for encryption and decryption. So assuming we are two people who have secret messages, I would use the same key to encrypt and decrypt this message. Here, both of us will need to have this key. We have to share this key between us. So here comes the challenge, where I have to send you this key without anyone else knowing the content of this key. What is the format of the key? Like, what is the key itself? It could be a set of ordered numbers. It could be a set of information that will help me use a system, a cryptographic system. Imagine if I assume like I have a list of steps to encrypt something, I would need a key to guide me, or maybe this key can be used throughout the process itself, as we will see in future videos. So when it comes to symmetric key, it's like the heart of symmetric cryptography, a single secret key shared between sender and receiver, key distributed and management as the critical aspect. So again, the management of the number of keys, because we have a lot of keys, right? Imagine everyone will have the number of keys of the other individuals. Like if two people are there, we both need to have this key. So I have to manage the number of keys. And when it comes to its usage, main reason why we use it, because it's fast and efficient. Imagine if I have large files on my device, I would use symmetric encryption because it's fast and reliable. When it comes to large files, I would be using the symmetric key mechanisms. So going to the examples, or before the examples, let's discuss the pros and cons again. Speed and efficiency, simplicity, effectiveness. When it comes to the cons of symmetric encryption, the key distribution, the scalability issues. Whenever I have a new key, I have to share it with all the members or individuals in the company, let's say, that would require the usage of that key. Single point failure. If I imagine we have 10 employees, if just one of them leaked the key, the other 9 people who also use the same key would just lose and their information can be compromised. You see what I mean? So again, simplicity in design, speed of operation, use case specificity is suited for large files on your own machine, for example. And one challenge is scalability. What are some popular algorithms or systems used by symmetric cryptography? Number one, DES. It's one of the old techniques that use symmetric encryptions. It operates on 64-bit blocks and uses a 56-bit key. It was used in banking systems, but now the successor to DES is AES. The key is used with the system. We can understand its details in other videos, but this is one of the algorithms, one of the systems that actually use symmetric key cryptography, because it just uses one key. And here, when it comes to AES again, the key size itself changes. It ranges from like 128 bits, 192 bits, or 256 bits. It's used in government communication and secure file storage. We also have Blowfish and Twofish. Blowfish, known for its flexibility and efficiency in software. Twofish, a successor to Blowfish, noted for its strong security features, both used in a variety of encryption, software, and devices. And we have the other types. So the first types we discussed, they operate on blocks. They take a block of data, then apply the system and the key that we have. And we have the other type, which is stream cipher. Encrypts data 1 bit or byte at a time. One popular, and this one, RC4, it's popular in wireless security protocols like WEP, but now it's less common due to vulnerability. And there are other types of encryption. Of course, it can get complicated, complex, because we don't just like use symmetric by itself, symmetric encryption by itself. There are other processes that come with it. But this video, or the scope of this session, is just about symmetric encryption in general overview. So, how or where do we use it? Again, in secure file storage. If I have my storage and I just want to use one key to encrypt and decrypt, it's like a door. It's like, imagine if I have a door, I just want to open the door, I would just use one key, right? Same thing. Wireless network security as well, we use in wireless communication. Online streaming services use symmetric encryption. Banking and financial transactions also use symmetric encryption. So, we have discussed cryptography, an overview about cryptography and the importance of symmetric encryption and the aspect of key management, which is the challenge when it comes to symmetric encryption, where we have to share the key between all the employees or all the individuals that want to use the same key to encrypt and decrypt. In the next session, we're going to discuss asymmetric encryption, where we have 2 keys, and we will delve more in depth when it comes to asymmetric cryptography later on. See you in the next video. Thank you.